Thanks very much, Chairman. And I think we're all of common mind that that's the way forward. And we're very concerned about the decline in passenger numbers. Could I ask Mr. Vidler, because of your representing a range of operators, public and private, if you would agree that an industry-wide forum similar to that which already exists in the rail industry would be a good way to ensure that consistent measures are put in place to restore public confidence, but also to ensure that bus workers, as well as passengers, are protected at work, as part of measures to encourage more passengers to use the existing bus services?
Sorry, I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Are you talking about the promulgation of safety measures on buses?
Partially, yes, but about restoring confidence. But we have one for rail, you see. We have an industry-wide rail forum where there are discussions between operators, employers and the trade unions to agree common standards. And that would have an added benefit, not just to give confidence to the employees, but to passengers as well. Have you given any thought to that, and would you support such a move?
No, thank you very much, and sorry, I misunderstood the question originally. So certainly, if I look at what we've done during the pandemic, we have worked in that way. We've worked very closely with unions at both a national and a local level. We've worked with central government. We've worked with individual local authorities, and we, as the Trade Association for the Bus Industry, have produced some national guidance for all of our members to use, based on those conversations about how you can mitigate the risks of COVID-19 transmission on buses. So that sort of work is very, very familiar to us, and it's it's something that has been valuable to us, and we hope employees and passengers throughout the pandemic. Moving forward, I think it's absolutely critical that we continue to work in very, very close partnership, both with local authorities, with other local stakeholders, including business organisations and employers, and of course with central government. And as the Trade Association for the Industry, which brings together, we bring together about 95% of the UK's buses, we're very, very well placed to do that, and we'll look to do so.
Thanks. I wonder if I could ask a similar question to Mr. Hans in respect of Arriva, because you're involved in the National Rail Forum to do with coronavirus. Would you support the establishment of such a forum, a national bus forum, again to ensure consistent standards, to give confidence to the workforce and to the travelling public?
Certainly in favour of standards and confidence. I think I'd echo what Graham was saying. We've been really grateful from the regular interaction and support we've had with government throughout the crisis. I think the CPT has performed a really important and effective role during that period, as has the cooperation between operators, both on a practical level around the way that we're managing service, but also on operational issues and safety issues. So I think we largely have in place what we need. We're absolutely supportive of that type of national approach, and that degree of cooperation has been essential.
Mr. Hans, if there was one thing in the national bus strategy that the government could put in there to help improve and increase passenger numbers, what would you suggest? I mean, we heard a view from Norman Baker there about the number of pots and how confusing it is, and hypothecation, ring fencing resources. What would you advocate as one measure going forward in there if we did have a national bus strategy?
I may be greedy and try two, but if I was to give you one that covers it anyway, I think it's that piece around looking at it holistically and putting in place specific targets around modal shift that I think would then galvanise the effort that we really need to get customers onto bus. But as a big part of that, I think pro-bus measures that help us support punctuality and improve reliability of services and reduce congestion ultimately, then they would be really important too.
Okay, thanks. That's really useful. Very quickly, Mr. Vidler, do you have one particular thing that you would advocate in the national strategy?
Well, Alistair's already taken my two, but that gives me the opportunity to make the third, which is, I think the National Bus Strategy is a really good opportunity to make bus a cross-government policy priority. You'll probably be familiar with the National Audit Office report on local bus services that came out just before Christmas, and it highlighted just how fundamental bus could be to the achievement of objectives across government. So DEFRA in terms of promoting clean air, Treasury in terms of promoting access to work and improving education opportunities, Department for Health and Social Care in terms of improving physical and mental health. The National Bus Strategy is an opportunity to make sure that in future we think about bus as a contributor to policy priorities across government and not just the policy priorities of the Department for Transport.
Okay, thanks.